Leaving tonight for Egypt, please give it up for Medea Benjamin!
So it's so critical that we are here now while we're seeing the implosion of AIPAC. Why do I say implosion? Because they're supposed to go and send hundreds, if not thousands of people on Tuesday to lobby the government, and they don't know what to lobby about. They were going to go lobby to say, let's increase the sanctions on Iran. Except there are many people who are affiliated with the Democratic Party inside, and they say, I don't know, the president is saying that increasing sanctions would sabotage the talks with Iran, and they're telling us not to do it. Maybe we shouldn't do it. And then there are others who say, we can't listen to the president and to Kerry, we gotta push for the military option. We've got to make those talks fall apart. We've got to push the sanctions, hear the Iranian economy scream, and go for the nuclear option. So they're fighting among themselves right now to figure out what could be their position on Iran. Let's understand, AIPAC wants war with Iran.
Right.
And there are people within AIPAC who are saying, wait a minute, let's give the negotiations a chance. So this implosion is a good thing. This implosion is showing that AIPAC is a dinosaur, that AIPAC is losing power, that AIPAC is out of touch with the sentiment of the vast majority of American people. The American people want diplomacy to work. The American people don't want war. The American people look at Iraq and say, oh, AIPAC was one of those groups that pushed us into that war. How did that work out? So American people are saying, maybe we shouldn't listen to those warmongers. Maybe we shouldn't allow AIPAC to try to run U.S. policy in the Middle East. People are getting smart about AIPAC, and they don't like what they're seeing. So when the AIPAC, do you remember the story that once one of their lobbyists bragged, took a napkin in a restaurant and said, we can get 80 senators to sign on to this napkin for anything we want them to sign on to. Times have changed. Now they can't get the 80. They can get a lot. They can get way too many. In fact, for these increased sanctions, they got 59. 59 is way too many senators to call for a legislation that would sabotage peace talks. But it's not the magic number. They don't have the 60 they need, and they don't have the 67 they need to have a veto-proof piece of legislation. So, they can't get what they said they could before, but they're not going away. So we're going to see what they're up to on Tuesday. Whatever it is, we don't like it. Whatever it is, let's make sure that they don't get any more senators to sign on to their legislation. Make sure that they don't push our Congress anymore to violate the will of the people and drag us into another war.
Hands off Congress!
Hands off Congress! Hands off Congress! Hands off Congress! Hands off Congress! Hands off Congress!
On the other hand, they still have a lot of money, AIPAC and AIPAC's affiliated groups. And they give that money out to the Congress people to say, we want you to vote our way. And so you will see tomorrow, if anybody comes, lots of Congress critters streaming in here to say hello to AIPAC and want to show their face. And then they're going to want to run out as fast as they can, too, because They feel like they got to be there, but they really don't want to be there. So it's tough. You got to feel sorry for those Congress critters.
Yeah, right. No way.
So anyway, we are building up a movement. And Allie mentioned that some of us are leaving for Gaza, and I think we've got one woman right here. Let's call her up, Peggy Whelan. And where is Crystal? Crystal, come forward with your camera. And where's Cayman? Did Cayman go to change because she was so cold?
That would be Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, okay. So we are part of a group of 100 women who are leaving this week, some of us right away like tonight, and we are meeting up in Cairo with women from 8 different countries, responding to a call by women in Gaza saying the situation is so bad there. We aren't getting electricity, we aren't getting our basic needs. The border between Israel and Gaza is very hard to get through, and the border between Gaza and Egypt is very hard to get through. So they are suffering. They said, we feel like the world is abandoning us. Come for International Women's Day, March 8th. So 100 women will be going to Cairo, where we will have to push very hard to get the Egyptian government to let us go through the Sinai, which has become very dangerous, and get into Gaza. So wish us luck.
Good luck!